miniDev here, and looking at Omega's base here. Before we go over to the island, King going up to 19, and I've got some archer towers on their way up to level 12 as well. Taking full advantage of the 4-time star event, which is quite cool. Yeah, just a bit of fun here. Right, over to the island. Something very interesting has been happening with me here. All my walls are complete on that 4th level, now moving up to level 5. And everything else is under control. Just waiting for my cannon cart to finish the research. And then we'll be getting up to Builder Hall 6. Right, let's take a look at the attack log. And you're not going to believe this. We'll start with the bottom one, 100%. 100%, 100%, 100%, 100% against, 100%, 100%, and 100% against. We're going to have a look at most of these. Let's go. And so you can see here I've been using the Bomber and Archer, sorry, not Bomb Arch, Bomber and Barbarian, Bomb Barb strategy. And really good on square bases like this. You can see using the battle machine to clear out one side and a few barbs on the other. The key is making breaches on the corners and then sending the other two into the middle to take out the buildings. There we go. Using the battle machine ability there, and once that crusher goes down, that's when you send in the goons. There we go. Those barbarians will do a bit of tanking for you, and they'll also clear out a few traps, hopefully, and also do the damage on the builder hall and other structures that you need. Okay, and whilst the battle machine has the ability that gains the health back, the bombers are creeping up on the flanks, and they're taking out the walls and taking out everything else. So fast forward to completion because we've got a few to get through. Okay, so excuse me. So you can see that once the splash damage is down, this strategy really works quite effectively. Here we go, just cleaning up here. Oh, there you go, the bombers away on that spring trap, but battle machine does the job. Cool. Alright, that's the first one down. Okay, so another one that I'm going to show you is this one right here. And again, it's a box base, a bit square this time. Note that there is a wall around the town hall, which can provide a little bit of stress for us. But I'm using the battle machine as effectively a big giant on one corner and using a few giants and bombers on the other, decimating that wall. And once that's happened, you send in everything up the middle. Worth noting, this is a Builder Hall 6. Yes, it's rushed, but at Builder Hall 5, taking out a Builder Hall 6 is always something to celebrate. Not only that, 100% much, much better than just any old win. So crucially, what's happened here is the Zimmer has managed to make a breach while he's trying to attack that crusher, and I've still got a few giants and barbarians roaming around. So you can see just how quickly that worked. The box base is quite common, and the strategy is quite good at taking them out. Here we go, number 2 down. As the dishwasher's going in the background. Thanks, Waste, for your troops. Level 4 Valks, if you can call them troops. Right, first, second, third one right here. This one was a close one. 91, and you would have been thinking he was in the drive seat here, but again, a box base, pretty well developed actually, almost max. Again, probably the same situation I'm in, doing some walls and a few troops just to finish up. But you can see again, as a box base, clip the corners with your bombers, send the other two up with your giants, and get your battle machine in there. Don't forget to spam that ability and spam those barbs once the splash damage is down. Just like that. Oh, crusher. Okay, so mistime there on the crusher. Once that mortar drops, oh wait, no, it won't on this particular case. Not much in terms of point defense, and if there is, it's focused at the moment on the barbarians, which is another good part about them. Because the barbarians are numerous, it does cause point defense a few issues. Okay, so all we've got now is the double cannon and a few other buildings, so speeding up again. Alright, so Angel 27, should probably rename you Angel 100% because that's what I got on your base. Right, so the next one was against JJ from Les Champions. Worst French impersonation I've ever heard. Dealing with a diamond base here, so again a nicely developed Builder Hall 5, but a diamond base this time. So again, you got to be careful. These walls, just pausing here, these walls here and these here are designed to keep your bombers away. So what you want to do is use your bombers to blow a gap and then use two more, and you can see I'm going to drop them up here to try and take the corner part off. Quite tricky to do, but once you get in there you can see how the base will funnel your troops naturally. So there we go, you can see my two up there. Once I've taken out those heavy duty storage buildings, which are obviously used there to provide the hit points and slow troops down, so again not a badly designed base, but now I've created that breach that I need to. Then the bombers get in there, take out that mortar, and you can see my battalion has come all the way around the bottom, so that's not ideal, but I've got enough meat up in here that I'm able to take out a lot of the defenses. The bombers have clumped, okay, which is not good, and they're going after those walls, but the battle machine has had plenty of time with no pressure on it whatsoever, and it just used its ability to gain its health. And once that happens, it's over Red Rover, right? So you can see on this flank here, just that one giant and a few barbs and bomber has managed to do the work. And that crusher, oh, it's got an issue, but that 1 point defense that remains is locked fairly and squarely onto the battle machine. So again, just a quick speed up to get to the end of this one. Quite a tricky base design, but beatable nonetheless. Alright, now after J was Pania. Not Pania of the Reef, I presume, from an Arab clan, so just being careful here, checking everything in the corners. Right, okay, so we've got another box base, and again, these walls out here have been designed to try and keep bombers away, so I'm going to show you how I dealt with that particular situation. Note that I'm deploying away from the CC troops and trying to get to the mortar as a priority target with my giants first. Okay, so there we go, taking out those, and now you send the other two up the middle to create that breach and try and guide everybody into the center that way. What you want to do is get bombers into the core. You don't want them trailing around the edges of the base trying to blow up walls, and you can see here that bomber has done a good job in taking out those cannons there. Right, so again, that crusher is down, and it deliberately entered on the opposite side of that base as well, because I knew that once the first active crusher was down, that's not actually a threat. So use the most troops to take out the most threats. That way when you've got the least troops, you'll have the least threats. That seems to be a good way to go. Right, so again, fast forwarding, you can see the bombers eventually tend to start around the walls, but you can see that the splash damage, any building connected to that wall is going to take a little bit of damage from it. Alright, so that was Pania, and you can see that I've skipped the one where I got beaten 100%. That was quite embarrassing. This one here was a draw, believe it or not. How could they? How indignant. I thought I was in with a grin with 100%. Alright, but nonetheless, it's a different type of base, and check this out. This is a Builder Hall 6. Looks like it's a fresh Builder Hall 6 as well. There's some development, but note the mortar was down, which was really good. It's got one of these annoying layouts that has a box up on one flank and a box on the other. Usually these bombers do not like this particular type of base, and if the mortar was active, I would have been in real trouble. However, not this time. So, oh wait, also worth noting, two up in the corners. This strategy is quite good because you can just drop one barb on each and you've already got your 3 or 4%. Right, so one bomber on the corner, one bomber on the other corner, okay, and now we've got a clear path to the builder hall. All right, and then again your bombers on the center. Once that Star Lab drops, then we can get into that gold storage. Right, now plenty of time here for the battle machine to recharge its ability, and now that crushes down, okay, and the giants are in front. Perfect, because the bombers are so far away, they're not taking any damage, but they are destroying things, which is always useful. Now that wall there has managed to keep my bombers on this in the center. A couple of barbs in the pocket. Once that roaster was engaged, send them in while they're raged up and take it down. Now those barbs are probably going to die now to the crusher, but again, not really a big deal. Oh no, they made it through. Okay, 2-point defenses left. Plenty of bombers. Heaps of ability on the battle machine, speeding up. Another 100% in the bag. There we go. Okay, fairly consistent strategy. Love spamming that, by the way. Just as it's a bit of a glitch. Once the here you can see it just continually charging. Once the battle's over, if it's still in the middle of its recharge, I've seen it do that a few times now. All right. But unfortunately, it was a draw, not a bomb barb strategy. So we'll keep going. Here's a defeat. I'll show you this. I've got a little bit of time. Builder Hall 6, quite well developed. An awkward style of base. I tried to get the roaster engaged with those giants to get started, but you can see here that it's not really going to work for me because I've got to deal with 2 crushers now, and any real sort of barb support, I probably should have jumped them in there once that crusher went down. Okay, those bombers are now going to go focus on that wall and not really do much damage. The mortar was active and everything else was behind the walls. If anything, I think I probably entered this base at the wrong end. Maybe I should have come in from that side. Trying to break through 2 walls to get to your town hall with the bombers is quite tricky. Okay, so you can see here that it's a consistent strategy, but it is it can be flawed if you pick the wrong entry point. A couple minutes left. I'll show you one more. This was my last one here that I won, and that was 50% versus 49%. And again, we've seen this type of base before, and I did struggle to think of which way to go in, but in the end, I knew that the critical walls were going to be right here. Okay, so using the battle machine as a quasi-giant, and then dropping 1 bomber. Okay, and 1 over here to try and make a breach here, and the other one, this one right here, was trying to get at that point there. Wasn't initially successful, so I would have thought this is actually quite good at being anti-bomb. Again, Builder Hall 6, quite well developed as well. So I was doing well to get a star, let alone win the battle. Okay, so in the end, my barbarians found life very difficult trying to get to the Builder Hall, as they were mercilessly crushed by the crusher. Alright, so right now I'm thinking to myself, ugh, I haven't made it, but in the end, 50% was good enough for the win. Alright. So, thanks very much for watching this one. Once I get a few more wins and a few more walls done, I'll try and do another one of these, as long as you're enjoying them. Don't forget, leave a comment, like, share, subscribe. Let me know how you're doing, and maybe we can have a chat about some of your tips and tricks too. Thanks for watching. Dev out.